So we're going to be talking about going forward today, and I wanted to talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a very long time. I think since the year came in, since we ushered in 2018, I believe this has been on my mind, and I just wanted to talk about the future of the channel. So as you guys know, if you're here for Kingdom Hearts 3 content, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be releasing this year. Spider-Man PS4 will be releasing this year. That leaves the only two games I will have left to talk about as far as what's under my repertoire thus far is Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2. So it's kind of worrisome, when you think about the future of my channel. You may think that, oh, once Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, then he won't have a channel anymore. You may think that once Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, I won't be able to cover any more games. Of course, and the same goes for other games that are actually planned to come out this year, Spider-Man PS4 being one of them. But I feel like when it comes to that situation, I'm kind of already getting my hands into other things. But I feel like once Kingdom Hearts 3 and Spider-Man PS4 has come out, of course, we know that from what we're seeing, the trend is The Last of Us Part 2 news is scarce. Ghost of Tsushima news is scarce. So maybe I'll just get into talking about mini games that I like, even old games, things that I used to play on the PlayStation 1, giving you guys references and stuff like that. Now, going forward for the content I actually have, I am planning on coming back stronger with more videos, more different games, meaning I want to talk about the four games that I do talk about more so, and I am trying to find a way to get to doing playthroughs. What happens with, like, usually when I try to do it, it's kind of like a little bit of a commotion goes down. So what I'm essentially trying to say is that I'm trying to find a way to, be by myself, get my own little apartment, even if it has to be a studio apartment. For a while, I just want to make sure that when I finally do it, it's of the quality that you guys expect from the channel. And I know that's weird to say as my quality went down from, of course, 2015. At the turn of 2016, my quality went down, and that's because I have to use like a USB mic now versus the mic that I actually had, which was a studio condenser mic, which is one of the best mics you can use for any type of situation, honestly, besides I think like stand up because of the way they work. But the way my content is going to go, the shift is going to be just simply more games, more content. Kingdom Hearts fans, what I'm planning for you guys recently and what I've trying to get started up on is actually doing a Kingdom Hearts Explained series to where I explain everything in Kingdom Hearts leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3 so that way it makes a lot more sense for a lot of fans. For me to do this is going to take me to actually sit down and revitalize all the information that I know about Kingdom Hearts, take in all the information that I probably don't know yet or things that I probably misconstrued through just playing the games and reading the Xehanort and some reports. Those things. I have to revitalize all of that stuff because Kingdom Hearts information is spread out everywhere, and I just need to make sure that I know so that way once I do the explain videos, I don't have to do any correction videos to those videos. Now, Spider-Man PS4 fans, I know I have some of you out there, and I just want to say that when it comes to Spider-Man PS4, I did have a few theories about the game and its plot progression and things like that, and maybe I'll bring those videos out to you guys. The Last of Us fans, I want to do some multiplayer stuff, but again, that goes into when I can get into the playthrough, and I also need to do a playthrough of the first game, although that may be something that I save till we get closer to when the game will be releasing, because obviously if I just do it now, the Last of Us is one of the most oversaturated games, and when it starts to get close to its release, people will be looking more for information, will be looking more into the series, and that'll make it worthwhile to actually do it. Now, I'm not trying to say that views and, getting likes and stuff is all that matters, but when you think about it, I don't want to waste the potential of the playthrough, because playthroughs have taken a decline when it comes to YouTube, so I don't want to waste that potential and then have like 30 something videos, but they're going to be uploaded on another channel anyways. I actually have a gaming channel, I just haven't been growing it like this one, so I just don't want to waste the potential of my channel trying to upload like what it will essentially be, from what I've seen, 30 different videos of 30 different parts of the game. So it's going to be weird when I actually do that, because if I was to do like Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 on this channel, then of course I would kind of see some success with that, because my channel has kind of essentially become associated with Kingdom Hearts. But the same can't be said for The Last of Us, sadly, as The Last of Us is my favorite video game of all time, and of course the Kingdom Hearts series is my favorite video game series of all time. There's a difference there. Spider-Man PS4 fans, I already talked about you guys, of course, the theories and stuff. Maybe I'll actually bring those to fruition. And then the Ghost of Tsushima fans, because I know I've seen like a lot of people talk about like different things on my actual videos and stuff, and what they want to, their hopes for the game. And you guys have been giving me a lot of video ideas. It's just taking me some time to actually get down to scripting those ideas, or at least bullet pointing my points out, so that way it'll be a more constructive video. So thank you guys for keeping that discussion alive, because Ghost of Tsushima is one of the games that I'm genuinely hyped the most about. And the reason for that is because this is potentially the opportunity that we have now to get a Tenchu-esque open world game. I know people say it also looks like it could be more based around Shinobu, which I looked into that game, and that game looks fucking amazing, man. I can't believe I never knew about Shinobu. Like, what the fuck? Hopefully that shit is on the PlayStation 3, because I may actually be buying the first one, to go along with my Ghost of Tsushima content. I may actually be buying the first one. I know that I can't find Tenchu on the PSN right now. I think for some reason Sony took Tenchu down. Maybe Xbox probably bought it. I know Z never came to PlayStation 3, if I'm not mistaken, and if it did, it was never sold on the PSN. I think that's even more proof that Microsoft bought Tenchu or something like that. Maybe they bought the property and just aren't doing shit with it, or maybe they signed a deal and they just aren't doing shit with it, because I don't remember Z coming to the PlayStation 3, and when I looked it up, I do know that there was planned to be a PlayStation 3 version of Tenchu Z, but it never happened. I think it never happened, or you can only find it in physical copies, as something went down with Microsoft during that. So I think that covers all of the games that I'm talking about already. Another game that I want to add to the collection is Days Gone. I know that that's a game that's been, of course, getting trailers, I believe, since 2015, and I have still failed to talk about it. But it's a game that looked like it's very similar to The Last of Us cross Uncharted, and that's what has me more allured to it, because of course Uncharted is one of my favorite video game series of all time. One of, not my favorite video game series of all time, but Uncharted is a game that does have some. It's not unique gameplay, but it does have some very fun gameplay for what it offers across the story. And it seems like this will be taking that same kind of railroaded, but not exactly, kind of style. Now, I would talk about CD Projekt Red, and their Cyberpunk 2077, which is one of the most hyped games right now, because we know ain't no loot boxes are going to be in it. We know that they won't be worried about microtransactions, just good gameplay. And that's a damn good thing. And I wanted to be one of the people who actually celebrates, of course, the fact that CD Projekt Red are going so pro-consumer at a time when developers, and of course, and I say developers because even though the publishers may be forcing them to do it, they have a choice. Everyone has a choice in what you do. If you don't agree with it, then people should be walking out. I know people can't just walk out and leave their families, but they should be setting something up to get with someone else and just walking out. Like CD Projekt Red, definitely. I wanted to be a game developer in my life, and CD Projekt Red would be the first studio I would actually try to get into if I had taken that route in my life. So definitely. Yeah, I also think we can put it on the developers, at least to a significant degree. So, at a time when that's not happening, they already confirmed that they not worried about that shit. They don't give a damn about making $1 billion, but corrupting the fucking minds of the children and the adults that play their games. They not about that shit, and that's cool. I definitely love that. But that's because they're more so independent as well. If there's a Titanfall 3, which we already know, I think there will be one eventually. I may get on that because, of course, Titanfall is amazing. It's fucking amazing. And I remember playing the beta of 2, and I just never wound up picking it up. So I'm one of those people that contributed to the game not selling millions, because for some reason my dumbass bought Battlefield 1, which was probably the worst shooter that I've ever played. I mean, yeah, there may be some value there, but Oh man, that shit was horrible after a while. And then, of course, the player base started to die, so everybody is just on essentially one mode now. So, yeah. But I think that's going to pretty much wrap up my thoughts about the future of the channel. You can tell me some games that you're interested in, and of course I may look into them and maybe they'll become a part of the repertoire, which will lead into like what will be getting covered around the end time of the year when we finally have Kingdom Hearts 3, Spider-Man PS4 in our hands. Maybe you can tell me some stuff and I can probably add those to the repertoire of games that are actually going to be coming out. Now, I will say this, make sure that the game doesn't actually have a release date. And the reason for that is because then I can really get some potential out of it rather than talking about something that's coming out literally in the summer and I can only talk about it like 5 to 6 times before, of course, we're right there on the release, and then a whole bunch of news start to come out, and I can't talk about it in a way that I want to talk about it because I like to do a lot more speculation and theories on the channel, and I think that that's what people love here. So there will be a lot more theories and speculation and stuff coming for my Kingdom Hearts fans, Spider-Man PS4 fans. There were some theories that I have for that. I want to bring that. Of course, Ghost of Tsushima subscribers, you guys are going to be getting a lot more videos soon. Of course, I want to talk about potential possibilities such as customization and things like that. And then, of course, also there's my The Last of Us Part 2 fans, which I kind of got a little bit of a hefty amount of subscribers for that, and I want to talk more about the potential possibilities of the story and where the story may go because we have gotten a little bit of story information from Neil Druckmann. Although it isn't anything groundbreaking or anything too revealing, it's stuff that we can actually sink our teeth into and speculate on from there. So thank you guys for tuning into the video. I love you guys. Be safe today, and of course, don't forget to do a little A-class gaming. Peace the heck out. I made it a little different today.